18-year history of the International Challenge of Champions, 14 different players have walked away with the crown, but none of them has ever been able to repeat as champion. 2008 champion of champions John-Bo Fu wants to stop that trend. His first task will be to defeat Mika Immonen, the Iceman, the hottest player on the planet, coming off an incredible, successful defense of his U.S. Open title. He hopes to become the 15th different winner of this event. Simply stated, something has got to give. The right to meet Darren Appleton in the final is on the line. The second semifinal of the 19th Annual International Challenge of Champions from Mohegan Sun is next. Welcome, everyone, to the magnificent Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut, and the semifinals of the 19th Annual International Challenge of Champions, the longest-running TV event in billiards history. As we get ready to go, let's look at our Aramith road to the final. Darren Appleton of England moved on by beating the 2007 champion of champions, Neil Spion. He will meet the winner of this upcoming semifinal matchup, and one of these three players will be your champion of champions. Our Fusion Tables tournament format looks like this. We'll play 2 sets, each one a race to 5 games. If we're tied after those 2 sets, we will have a one-rack sudden death tiebreaker. We'll alternate the break. There's a 30-second shot clock with 1 timeout per rack. Players must call the 9-ball, and it will be foul on all balls, those fouls resulting in cue ball in hand. Such a familiar sight inside the Wolf Den at Mohegan Sun. A classic venue for the pressure-packed Challenge of Champions. And we have 2 absolutely tremendous players here. Our first one, arguably the hottest player on the planet, Mika Immonen of Finland, 31 years old. His Fusion player profile, in addition to a World 9-ball title in 2001, he has now added back-to-back U.S. Open titles, and he is on top of the world at the moment. I don't know of anybody who feels better about his game than Mika Immonen of Finland right now. Our defending champion last year, I think, sprang upon everybody's consciousness. Our Fusion player profile for John-Bo Fu of mainland China, lives in Hangzhou near Shanghai. Very quiet, unassuming, and took everyone by surprise last year. Walked away with this title. Mitch Lawrence and Hall of Famer and 1993 champion of champions, Alan Hopkins. And Alan, we've got Darren Appleton already in, and one of these 2 players is going to have a seat right beside him for 25 grand.
Mitch, it doesn't get any better than this. What great players are here. And Mika has just broken the balls and has failed. No, he did. He made a ball on the break. He actually made a 3-ball. Pocketed 3-ball in the corner pocket. And has a long opening shot on the 1-ball, which is right here, and the cue ball. He's going to be forced to hit the 8-ball after he hits the 1 here. Cue ball will come right up table. He wants to bring the cue ball toward the center of the table if he can. Just make the 1. He should be okay. That was nicely done.
I'll tell you, Alan, I was talking to him before this match started, and he is so happy, and he controls it because he still says to me he can't believe he quite did it. He pulled off some feat for the first time in nearly 20 years, winning back-to-back Open titles.
Well, he did it. I'll tell you, it's only been done once before. As a matter of fact, Nick Garner did it once before, yes. And anytime you win 2 U.S. Open titles, I don't care if it's back-to-back or just win them. It's great. Sure. You know, U.S. Open 9-ball. And also, he's been playing everything great. He plays straight pool great, 10-ball. I mean, he plays all the games well.
Well, we will go through his resume, which is just stunning right now. As he moves his way through the first rack of the first set, we'll give you the rules of 9-ball, the cue ball. And object balls 1 to 9. You have to hit the lowest numbered ball on the table first, and the game is over when that 9-ball is pocketed. Mika Immonen showing you why right now, if I'm anybody else, I don't necessarily want to be facing Mika. I left himself a little tough here.
Well, no, he's fine.
Oh, no, on the 7, there it is.
Yeah,
sorry.
He's straight in. He basically just wanted to be straight in.
Our first look from the Simonis pocket cam. We'll be getting great views all throughout this match. 2 balls left for a 1-rack lead.
Has a nice angle on the 8. Come down table for the 9. Boy, he looks like he's dead punch. I mean, we call it dead stroke, dead punch, whatever. He's going to be awfully tough to beat.
Well, he won 14 consecutive matches to win that U.S. Open title. And he's just keeping it going. Rack number 1 to the Iceman. Mika Immonen jumps in the lead in Uncasville. Hello, everybody. Glad you're with us here at the Wolf Den in Mohegan Sun. Very familiar place for all of us who love the game of 9-ball. Mitch Lawrence and Hall of Famer Alan Hopkins. And Alan, we are seeing some of the great players in the world, how they handle the pressure. Darren Appleton of England took care of Niels Feijen. He's already in. He's going to get the chance to meet one of these players, Mika Immonen and John Bofu, the defending champion.
Well, I think we're about to see some fantastic pool because both of these players are playing great, and they're breaking and running out. This is what I like about all the players that are here playing right now, and you're not going to see too many mistakes being made. And if you do, I'll tell you what, if you see mistakes being made, you're going to see them costly because it's going to probably cost them a lot of games like we've seen in the past.
Well, one of the amazing things about this championship and the pressure that's involved, Mika Immonen has a chance to win his first Challenge of Champions title. John Bofu has a chance to become the first player to win back-to-back championships. Has never been done in the 19-year history of the Challenge of Champions. Let's see what happens. Here's John Bofu's first rack in set number 1.
And Mitch, that would be something because if he does, and Mika just won the U.S. Open back-to-back, that would be unbelievable. And here's an excellent break, but he's failed to make a ball on the break. The cue ball is on the bottom rail, and here's the 1 ball hanging. It almost went in the pocket. It would have been nice if it would have, because the 2 ball is right next to the cue ball right here, so he would have had a nice shot on the 2 ball to start with. And that's the idea of just some breaks right here, 1 break here, 1 break there. A nice roll, and Mika's at the table with a rail first shot. He's going to go to the rail here and try to make the 1 ball. Getting back down table, it's going to be tough for position.
Nope.
And that's what happens. And that's a bad break because he would have come down in between the 5 and the 2 and maybe got lucky and got a shot. Here it is. He makes a great shot on the 1 and just catches the point. And actually, he's lucky he didn't scratch. So either way, a bad roll and a good roll. And now the 2 balls here, I think you're going to see a bank shot, trying to bank it cross corner. I think he's going to become aggressive here. Go for the 5, go for the 2, because the 3 ball's hanging by the side pocket or close to the side pocket. And there it is, and close. All right. I tell you, he is aggressive, Mitch. Doesn't waste any time.
Well, he told me before when I was talking to him that he just feels so good at the table right now, and he's in one of those places, Alan. You know, a great player gets in a good place, and they really have control of their game. He's trying to figure out what to do with his mic. I'm sure he'll take care of it. Let's see what John Bo can do with this, too.
I think he's going to have a safety here. Bringing the cue ball. Oh, he hit a little too easy there. He wanted to hit a little bit harder. And he's left a long shot with 2 ball in the corner. And the 3 ball is hanging by the side pocket, so if he makes the 2, he'll have a shot. Boy, Mika feels very confident. You can see just the way he's getting to the table and getting down and getting ready to shoot.
Well, he said, he told me that winning the U.S. Open last year was what really turned him to a new place. He said he was the world 9-ball champion in 2001. He said, but last year when he won it, it really kind of cemented in his own mind. You know how important the mental side of it is. Cemented in his mind that he really belonged with the great players. And now he is undeniably one of the great players. He's got 2 Opens, the World Championship, a number of other titles, Mosconi Cup titles.
No doubt. There's no doubt in my mind he belongs there. I think all the other players agree with me too. But
big
here
miss
he missed,
on the 3.
Yeah, he missed the rail first shot. I mean, it wasn't an easy shot. It's a shot he figured to make, but he got kind of a good roll here. He just undercuts a little bit, and it bobbles right out of the pocket. And here he set up an easy shot. We'll see it in a second. There it is, an easy shot on the 3 ball to start with. And this fella is definitely a fellow to beat too, because he has won it last year, Mitch, and anytime the defending champion is back, he is the fellow to beat.
You know, we've talked about often during this championship that so many of these players we know. We know Mika. We've seen him before. Last year when John Bo came here from China one of the few players from mainland China that we've really gotten to see. Nobody really knew who he was. They knew he had won. He was the Beijing Open champion, the China Open champion. You knew he could play. But I think in a way, it almost helps you that you're not a big international star and you don't have all that pressure on you. You know, he just kind of came into town and quietly snuck out with all the money and the title.
Well, you know, Mitch, it's the fans maybe around here that did not know him, but the players knew him. I mean, all the great players, they knew how well he could play and that he was very capable of winning. And they gave him the respect he deserved. He is a great player.
Let's see what he does with this 6.
He's going to hit this very thin. Missed it. Watch out.
Not only missed it.
Scratched. Okay. Having a tough time getting started, seems.
That's a big break for the Iceman. Comes to the table with ball in hand. Another look.
Tries to cut it. Undercuts the ball. And here comes the cue ball stretching out and going toward the corner pocket. It lengthened out on him. And that's because he undercut the 6. If he'd have made the 6, he wouldn't have scratched.
Big chance here for Mika Immonen. Let's put another one on the board. He has the break in rack 3, the Simonis pocket cam. Good looks. 3 balls left for that second rack.
Oh, he's really handling the cue ball nice also, Mitch. Wow. It's like it's on a string.
Ball corner.
And how nice is this? If you're Mika Immonen, a couple of rough patches early in this rack, and then ball in hand and a few balls left on the table, takes care of business. Mika Immonen prepare for rack number 4 here in Connecticut. We're at Mohegan-Sun for the 19th International Challenge of Champions. The Wolf Den, familiar sight for the greatest players in the world. There's our defender, 2008 champion of champions, Zhang Bofu of China. Lives near Shanghai. Won it last year in convincing fashion, I might add, and now struggling in this first set. Wants to get on the board quickly.
Has pocketed a ball on the break and has a nice opening shot on the 1 ball. 2 ball laid a little funny. Here's the 2, here's the 1. Made the 7 on the break, and here's the cue ball. A little tough time getting position on the 2. He's going to have a little bit difficult shot next after the 1. But it's something he'll have to do anyway. He has to take that shot. There's no choice. He just needs to get something going. You know, Mitch, he's having a hard time. Yep. He's having a hard time getting started, you know, and I can relate to that sometimes. It's just difficult sometimes to get going. The balls won't let you. Like, look at this. This is not an easy shot, and this is very difficult. I mean, the 2 was the 3 ball. He had an easy out. So there's the 2. He's going to play it down the rail. Try to make it. Excellent shot. Give him a shot. Oh, he didn't get a shot. It looks like he's right behind the 8 ball.
Yep. He's going back, I think, to get the jump cue. There it is.
Boy, he just cannot get started.
It's like you said. Good shot. Tough cut on the 2. He's got to come with another one now.
Here's the cue ball. Jump over and try to make the 3 in the corner. Excellent.
Beautiful.
Excellent shot.
There you go. Maybe that'll get him started now. He's still got his work cut out for him. Cut on the 4, 5 down at that end of the table.
Yeah. What a beautiful shot that is. That's a pretty shot right there. Perfect.
And sometimes, you know, we've seen it often. You kind of get that stuck in the mud feeling, and you come with one shot that frees you up, and all of a sudden you remember why you're here. He's the defending champion.
Exactly.
Mika's made him feel a little bit like, hey, wait a minute.
Well, things didn't lay too good either for him. You know, he had a tough time getting started, and that happens. But it looks like he came out of it well. I mean, still he's got like straight on the 6 here, and he didn't want to be straight in on it, so he's still, his work isn't done yet. Notice the speed, right? That's like perfect. I mean, just going to roll the 8 inside pocket.
Nice play. Calls that 9 in the corner. And is this ever a welcome sight for John Bofu? 9, the first one of the day for our defending champion. John Bofu on the board, still trails Mika Immonen by 2 racks here in the first set. Here's Hall of Famer Alan Hopkins with our tip of the day featuring Aramith, the original Belgian billiard ball.
I left myself in a tough position shot to get on the 9 ball. Here I gave myself an angle on the 8 ball in the corner. I'm going to be forced to draw the cue ball to this rail and try to bring the cue ball over here for position on the 9 ball. I'm going to use low right-hand spin and try to make the cue ball land in this area and come back over here. Speed is very important. And that's absolutely perfect. Gives me a nice easy shot on the 9 ball, and now I can go ahead and win the game.
Greatest setting for pressure-packed 9 ball you'll find. The crowd close, best players in the world going for a winner-take-all, $25,000 payday. One of these two will move to the finals and meet Darren Appleton of England for that right.
And this is how you are very fortunate in tournaments. He's broke the balls. Here's the cue ball. Here's the 1 ball. And again, it looks like there's no shot to start with. And he'll have to come to the table and either play a safety or push out. And that is so tough to, you know, to just get started when you never have a shot. Like here he's pushing out now, and if the 7 wasn't there, he'd have a nice chance to loosen up and get a run out. So he'll push out, and he has a couple different options here. He won't push out for the ball he made, though. He's going to push out somewhere where a safety is going to happen. I would think somewhere down to the bottom rail.
Push, yeah. Push.
Push.
May push out for a jump shot. And that's exactly what he's done. He pushed out for a jump shot. So how do you like that, Mitch? Pushing out for a jump shot.
Well, Mika just didn't even, Mika took half a step. Forget a full step.
Here's the cue ball, here's the 9 ball, and here's the 1 ball. And, you know, even if you make this, you may not get a shot on the 2. So Mika gave it back to him, which I think was smart.
Well, in the last rack, John Bo made a really, really good jump shot. Let's see if we can pull another one off here.
Maybe able to draw this back with a jump shot. Jump shot draw. How do you like that? He might have got lucky. Did he? Nope. Okay. He almost did. Well, that was not an easy shot, but he had no choice. I mean, the break made him do that. Well, now Mika has a nice opportunity for a run out. Balls are open nicely. Now it's a lot of execution.
His job just to control the cue ball around the table.
I'll tell you what, it's not easy. Even though there's 9 balls on the table and they are open, you still have to execute and get the right position and hope nothing little funny happens. You get a kiss here or something happens, you know. So, boy, I tell you what, he feels so comfortable with that cue ball. I mean, he's just handling it perfect.
Well, you know, I said to him, in looking over his record after the second U.S. Open victory, I said, this really goes back to last year. He had a monster 2008. He was the player of the year last year, and he said he thought he had a good year last year, and it's getting better this year. So you get a sense of what he's been able to do in the last couple of years. I mean, just won the World Classic 10-ball championship in Galveston over the very tough Warren Kiamko of the Philippines, the Mez Classic 10-ball championship, beating Rodney Morris. I mean, he's been winning everything he looks at right now.
Boy, and just moving that cue ball around so easily. I mean, he's just scoping him up.
It's fun to watch. And he is one of the true world travelers in terms of the game. There's a few of them, Ralph Souquet and Torsten Holman and Niels, but Mika's right up there. Born in London, raised in Helsinki in Finland, lives in New York City, plays out of Amsterdam Billiards in New York. Great place to play and terrific players to play against. And you know, you can't talk about it enough, Alan. You know what it's like to have a room where you can go play and have tough, opponents just practicing. Not in tournaments. Keeps you sharp.
It keeps you very sharp. You need the competition, Mitch.
And this has been an absolutely beautiful display of what we were talking about, which is cue ball control by Mika Immonen. This 9-ball for the hill. And there it is, no problem. So nothing on the break, but got a chance once again and takes advantage. Mika Immonen 1 rack away from winning. The players in the world going after a big purse here at the Challenge of Champions. Zhanbo Fu of China up against the wall in this first set, down 1-4 to Mika Immonen.
Look at that cue ball still spinning from the break. And he has failed the pocket ball on the break. The 1 and the 2 ball are over here together. So he has an opening shot on the 1 ball. I don't know whether he'll try to go into the 2 after he makes this 1 or just roll the 1 ball in. Looks like he's going to roll it in. Oh, he's just like that's like a hanger.
That looked like there was nothing going on but that 1 ball.
I tell you what. Is it nice to feel like that, huh?
Well, I think what really starts happening is with any great athlete, when you're starting to be in this kind of flow, the pockets look bigger, the stroke feels smoother. It's like you got oil in those joints. You can just kind of do what you want, and you ride it until it's not there anymore. And he's been doing it for a while now.
Well, I'll tell you what happens, Mitch, is the cue stick becomes like your arm. I mean, it's like you just do whatever you want to, and it's just, it feels so natural. And that's, he looks like he's, I mean, really feeling very natural out there. Very comfortable, not taking any time to think about anything. He just gets down, he knows what he has to do, and he gets down and does it. And, I love the way he's playing.
That second U.S. Open title that he just won, he beat Ralph Souquet in the final. But if you think it was a cakewalk, he lost his 2nd round match, did Mika Immonen, to Chris Bartram, who's a great road player, and then won 14 consecutive matches against the best players in the world, including Ralph Souquet in the final, who'd been undefeated to that point in double elimination format, to win. And unless you play, you have no idea how hard it is to win 14 consecutive matches. I don't care who you're playing. This 9-ball for the first set. And there it is, emphatically. Mika Immonen doing what he has to do in workmanlike fashion, cold-blooded first set on the left, winning the first set. Zhanbo Fu of China on the right will have the opening break in the first rack of the second set. And lest we forget, last year, Zhanbo Fu took this Challenge of Champions title in impressive fashion, defeating Niels Fayen, the defending champion last year, and Dennis Okuyo of the Philippines, and gave up only 7 games in those 4 sets to those 2 great players. So this guy has all the tools needed, and here we are, the great format of the Challenge of Champions. Mika won the first set, but if Zhanbo Fu can get this second one, we would have a sudden death tiebreaker to decide who'll move to the finals. Mitch Lawrence and Alan Hopkins with you. Here's rack 1 of set number 2.
Oh, he's having a hard time getting a shot after the break. Here he's made a ball on the break, but here comes the ball. Balls are tying up. That's unbelievable. I mean, it shows you made a ball in the corner pocket. Looks like the 7 ball. So he's made the 7 and got a long straight in shot on the 1 ball. She won't connect with the 2 ball. She'll try to make the 1 and stop. Okay, now here's the thing. He's going to have to break open the 4. You see the balls along the rail here, Mitch? Those balls are going to have to be addressed. He's going to have to break them open or do something, which he can do if he gets the right angle on the 3 ball. He can go into the 5 with the cue ball. So bringing the cue ball in the center of the table. See the cue ball go toward the center here.
Really important, obviously, for him to get off to a quick start. He gave up 3 early racks to Mika in the first set and was never in that one. He needs this badly.
He tried to hit the 5 here. And he does, but he doesn't hit it full in the face. He wanted to hit it full. So the cue ball would stop there for the 4, but he has a cut on the 4. He's going to go into the 9 ball with the cue ball here. A lot of left-hand English on the cue ball. Watch the spin he puts on this. Tremendous amount of spin. If he can reach it. he decided to go up and down the table. This, well, he got there, but he's got a tough position here. I mean, he's got a shot at the 5, but position for the 6 is going to be very difficult. Unless he can go into the 9 ball.
Going to use the 9 again this time. We didn't last time.
Maybe he'll go up and down the table again. Who knows here? And you keep doing that. That's tough to do. And he wouldn't have got there anyway. The cue ball stopped in the center table. And look at this.
And now what's really tough is what you leave Mika. Look at that.
Isn't that sweet?
Holy cow.
Oh, well. Not much he can do about it. He's just got to sit there and just hope Mika does not get out. But the way he's been playing,
I don't like his chances of not getting out here. 5, 6 on the rail, 8 on the other side, 7 gone on the break. Beautiful control. I mean,
well, just
sometimes you'd feel like dangerously close to that side pocket. There was not 1 second that I was watching Mika that he was worried about hitting that not well enough. And this Simona's pocket cam picture, we have seen it so far very often today. Mika Immonen given the chance, takes advantage. Mika Immonen on the left, Jambo Fu on the right. And as we are ready to move into rack 4 of the second set, Mika Immonen leading 2-1. We're going to show you some highlight from rack number 3 and how we got to this point. Alan?
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate here. Mika has a long draw shot, and he miscues, kicks the 1 down table, and the 6 is coming back down. Looks like it's going to be a nice, easy shot for John Bowe, but unfortunately it stops. And it stops right in the 50-yard line, sets up this bank shot. John Bowe tries to bank it, misses it, looks like it's going to go in the corner, and then it hangs up. And of course, look what Mika comes to the table with, an easy roll-in shot, and that sets up the 9 ball for a run out.
So just one of those days so far, but remember, we are 2 sets, not 1. Mika has the first one. He leads by a rack here in the second set. How many times in the 19 years we've been doing the Challenge of Champions have we seen things turn around? Mika with a miscue in that last rack. So let's see what he takes out of this rack.
Oh, it looked like he was going to make the 3, but stopped. So unfortunate enough, John Bowe has a chance now to come to the table with a shot. Look at what he starts with. The cue ball is right over the 3 ball. I mean, that's not any fun at all. If he touches that 3 ball, it's a foul. But he can roll the 1 in the side. And the good part about this is the 2 ball's right there, so all he has to do is make the 1 on the side. He will have a shot on the 2.
Obviously, the key shot for John Bowe Fu right now.
And look at how close it is to the 3. He's going to be hitting the cue ball right on top, being very careful. Not always going to play a safety here. Decides he doesn't want to play the 1. Okay. Maybe he's trying to get something started for himself and make maybe change his memo a little bit. In other words, his tempo, where he can disrupt his his form over here or something.
Well, I think it was not a bad play. It was a tough shot on the 1. You had to worry about the 3.
Right. And here's the 1 now, and it looks like Mika may be coming right between here. If he can hit that, then he's okay. But if he can't, he's going to be forced to come to the side rail and kick at it. But if he can hit it straight on, he'll just go right straight on and hit it. Try to lead the cue ball behind the 6 if he can. Looks like kind of hard. Hit a little too hard. Well, actually, he hit it fine. Got the cue ball right behind the 9. So Mika's just doing whatever he wants to do. And hits that at perfect speed. You see he can hit the edge of it. Going to bring the cue ball back down table. Try to get behind the 8 if he can. And unfortunately, he did not. But he did get behind the 4 ball, though. That works.
He stood up very quickly after he hit that shot.
Well, that works. Now you see the cue ball is right here, and here's the ball he has to hit, the 1 ball. So he's going to come 1 rail and try to make the 3 ball if he can.
Sticks it behind the 9.
How they rolling, Mitch? How are they rolling? I'm going to the blackjack table with Mika.
Wow.
Boy, he hits that sweet. Look at that. Stopped right behind the 9 ball. And now he's going to have to be forced to kick 1 rail into the 1. Maybe he'll get lucky here. Who knows? Did he get lucky?
He did.
And yes.
No.
Oh, no, he didn't. You said it
Just hit
too
the
fast,
point.
Mitch. You said it too
That's
fast.
my fault. That's my fault.
Oh, it looked like he was going to, too.
And if that 4 had gone, this rack would have a different ending. Right now, Mika in great shape. If he can get that cue ball back toward the center of the table, which he does.
Yes, he does. It's disappointing, you know. I feel kind of, you know, bad for John Bowe. He just can't get a chance to get going. That's why I kind of thought maybe he should have shot that one in the beginning. Maybe change something a little bit. Get up and run out if you can. Careful he doesn't touch a ball.
Used every bit of that corner pocket on the 2. Goes left-handed for the 3, which he's already done once in this match. I said to you earlier when you and I were just talking between racks that earlier in his career, Mika had a nervous little edge to him, even when he was playing well. But right now, he just seems to be so centered in every way that even when he makes a mistake like he did in the last rack, he just kind of goes, okay, I'm just going to forget it and come and play.
You're exactly right, Mitch. I mean, you can see the confidence that's all over him. He has so much confidence, and he's going to be awfully tough to beat.
Well, you called before the first match, first semifinal. You like Darren Appleton's chances. I will hold you to it when we get to the final. If Mika should go on and win this match, it's not over yet, obviously. But it is going to be a whale of a test. And if John Bowe comes back and wins this set and then a sudden death tiebreaker to defend his title, that is going to be one story also. So either way.
Yeah, that's not going to be easy. He's got to get to the table first with a shot.
Stroke looks just so fluid, so easy.
It's a beautiful stroke.
Mika told me before this match when I was talking to him that one of the things he really likes about his feeling right now, he has been able to set new goals and go after them full force. And man, is he doing it. That 9. Mika Immonen, the Iceman, contends in Mohegan Sun here in Uncasville, Connecticut, the 19th International Challenge of Champions. And as always, glad to have you with us, Mitch Lawrence and Hall of Famer Alan Hopkins. Mika Immonen of Finland, now living in New York City. John Bowe, the defending champion from mainland China, and he is just trying to stay alive right now. Down 3-1 in the second set, race to 5.
Opened them up nicely. Fails to make a ball on the break, and got a little lucky here because Mika really doesn't have a great opening shot. There's the 1. There's the 2-8. Cue ball's right next to the 1. He could try to play the 1 in there if he can. He may be able to do anything right now the way he's going. He's probably going to play it, try to come around the table. But it looks like the 6 and 4 may be in the way if he tries to go a couple rails. He has a nice safety here, bringing the cue ball over behind the 4 ball. And that's exactly what he's going to do. Hit the 1 thin and bring the cue ball over behind the 4. Making sure he gets to the rail. Nicely done. Watch it come back right up on top of there. Perfect. So again, John Bowe comes to the table with no shot, a kick shot. And I'll tell you something, Mitch, you know, after a while, this kind of gets you down too, you know, because you're coming to the table, you have to jump over a ball or kick it.
Jumping at it.
Wow.
He likes the jump, there's no question about it. We've seen him go to it a couple times when we thought kicking might be a better choice, but he feels so comfortable with this jump kick.
Oh, can we see how close he is? I mean, he's very close to the ball. I mean, he's like within like 2 or 3 inches from the ball. This is not, there it is. Well, it's a little more than 2 inches, but it's not going to be that easy. Well, he made it look easy, didn't he? But there's the 1.
Not the result he wanted.
No. But, you know, he's okay because the 2 ball is really not in a good spot. There's really no pocket for the 2 unless he gets down table on the other side here for the side pocket. And that's going to be kind of difficult to do with the shot he has right now on the 1.
Yep.
Could try to break him open with some right-hand spin, or he could just make the 1 and play a safety on the 2 next. That's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to play a safety here. Got a little funny on that to play a safety because He wanted a little more angle.
Tell by his reaction as he goes to the corner of the table. It's not a whole lot to do.
He may try to make this off the 5.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Look at that. Boy, how sweet was that? He hit
He
right.
figures, yeah.
Well, let me tell you what a great shot that was. He played to hit below the 5. That was a great shot. That was a really great shot. He played to hit that below the 5 and send it 3 rails down table.
And he's looking at the crowd like, what, you think that's easy? It's his fault. He's making everything look too easy.
No, he looks at me. He looked over at me, you know, and I acknowledged it. I said, I know you played that. He hit it right below the 5 to go down table, and it's a phenomenal shot right there. That is a great safe shot.
Because you realize if he left it, if he had hit that 5 and left it by the corner pocket, then John Bo has a shot. Instead, once again, not a lot to do.
Kick shot. Nope. And this is what happens after a while. It just wears on you. You know, it just wears on you. There's nothing you can do about it. I'll tell you what, to have the confidence to hit that 2 ball below the 5 like that, because if he makes the 2, let's say he hits the 5 and he makes the 2, he had no shot on the 3, you know. So, I mean, that's just confidence. That's very good. I'm impressed with that right there, I'll tell you.
That was big.
Well, here it is again. Ball in hand with like 7 balls on the table. 8 balls on the table, actually. Just don't get overconfident, Mika, because what happens when you get overconfident, things happen. So just take your time. I don't see him making any mistakes, Mitch. He's playing so well.
Was in a similar position in the first set, up 3-1. Took the last 2 racks of that set for a 5-1 set victory. 3-1 here, would get to the hill and have the break in rack 6. So theoretically, if Mika can take care of this rack, he'd have a chance to end it.
He hit that a little easy. I think he wanted to come to the bottom rail with it, but he's okay. I guess he's never going to use a bridge. He's going to just switch lefty. He's going to use a bridge.
He's getting it now.
Wait.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
He doesn't mind the left hand, but this one's a little
weird, yeah.
tricky. Yeah, and that 9 ball right there. Can't touch that with the bridge.
Notice both his hands are up in the air. Has to make sure he doesn't come back and hit the bridge either. And that's nice. See how he played position there? He wants to be straight in on the 6. If he's straight in on the 6, he can stop the cue ball right there and play the 7 next.
And once he gets a whiff of the end of a rack, boy, he has chowed down.
It's a good way of putting it.
Left anything on the bone for John Bo Fu.
I think he's smelling that prize money, that first prize money only.
Well, if you're playing like he is, you just want to stay at the table. You probably wish you'd never go to sleep. Just bring him on, let me play. To the hill once again goes Mika Immonen. 1 rack away from moving into the finals and a meeting with Darren. Ended in that last rack. But for once in this match, John Bo Fu of China was rewarded for a brilliant play. We'll show you the highlights of rack number 6.
Jump shot that Mika left with him with after the break, playing safety. He kicks the 4 here and gets a shot on the side of the 4. What a phenomenal shot. Look at this jump shot. Comes back down like another 8 feet, and that sets up the 9 ball.
Terrific work for John Bo Fu, and we can't say it often enough. It is not over. Second set, he has the break in rack 7. Should he win this, he can climb to within 1 rack. And who knows, anything can happen in the Challenge of Champions, that's for sure.
Oh, he needs to get started. He needs to make a ball in the break and get something going. And again, he comes up dry. He's a little fortunate, though, because here's the 1 and the 7 together. Here's the cue ball. Mika cannot make the 1 in the corner. It looks like he's going to have to play a bank or a safety. Safety sending the 1 down table, leaving the cue ball right there, right next to the 7 ball. And that's absolutely just perfect. course, we've got the jump cue in place, so I think John Bo's going to just start carrying his jump cue around everywhere. Yep. You know, Mitch?
He's smiling.
There's the one ball. There's the cue ball behind the set.
Keeps going back. I don't know how I've seen more jump cues.
I mean, it's like a gunslinger
today.
It's like a gunslinger. Just keep it on the side.
One guy, you should have a holster for it, shouldn't you?
Right? Wow.
All right, here we go.
Maybe get a little lucky. Did he get lucky? Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Well, Mika's safety paid off. And here you can see the one, and the one ball's there, and the cue ball is next to the 5, and he may have gotten lucky because he may not have a pocket for the one ball. The 6 ball may be in the way. Here's the 6 ball, maybe in the way of the side pocket for the one ball.
Timeout.
If it is, that's a nice break for John Bo because he'll have a chance to get back to the table. But I don't know if it is because Mika's getting down pretty fast. Looks like he might have a half a pocket.
That is a tough angle right there. You bet. You bet.
He had a half a pocket, and he just thought he could go ahead and roll it in. And well, here, now look at this, Mitch. Now this is what he needed to get a break like this. You know, here's the easiest. This is the first time he's come to the table with an open shot. I think you know that. I mean, where it's a decent shot.
Well, we talk about it. You know, he obviously has the talent to play at any level in the world and against any player in the world. And the format of the Challenge of Champions, what makes it special is you do get chances. If you hang in and the tide turns, you get this rack, and again, you never know what's going to come.
And you get to put the pressure on your opponent because it's so short, you know, and it's so pressure packed. And I'd love to see him tie it up. What do you think? I'd love to see him just tie this set up. See what happens.
Well, you and I certainly know what sudden death racks are like, what they can do. Remember, this is for a seat in the finals. Darren Appleton of England waiting there after beating Niels Feijen in his semifinal match. This is our defending champion. No one has ever defended this title successfully. We've been here. This is our 19th year. Think about that for a while. Talk about pressure. All right, I think you're going to hear the crowd a little bit. Now here, there's a little more to this shot than he wanted.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to be like that, but I mean, it looks like he's okay. I don't know. I don't know. See, I didn't like that, the way he played position on that.
Wow. Okay.
That's very uncharacteristic of him to do that. Looked like he just got the wrong angle on that 8.
And I was about to say, I think the crowd's going to go crazy when he wins, knowing he has a chance, and then that. This ball pretty deep in the pocket, Alan.
He's okay, though. I mean, he's going to play rail. Going to come off the rail there. And look at this. He may get a little funny here.
This is not over yet. I like his chances, but
yeah.
Gonna need a bridge.
He's going to need a bridge on this one.
Corner. Call it.
this 9 ball to move to the finals for Mika Immonen.
Yep.
And as he watches that drop, we expected nothing less at that point. A tough shot made easy by Mika Immonen. The Iceman moves on. It is now time for our super shot of the match, brought to you by Simonis, and we are going to give this super shot to John Bo Fu. Although he did not have a whole lot to be proud of, his jump shots today, nothing short of fantastic. Rack number 4, that one helped him get his only rack of the first set. The super shot of the match to John Bo Fu. That leads us to our updated and final road to the finals, brought to you by Aramis. We are down to 2 great players both. Mika Immonen and Darren Appleton will go after the title of Champion of Champions and the $25,000 first prize to the winner. So as we go back once more and look at the decisive end to this match, John Bo Fu seemingly about to move within a rack of Mika Immonen in the second set. That missed. led to that 9, the final 9 of this match for Mika Immonen. John Bofu, the defender, is gone, and although we got some glimpses of the form that brought him the title last year, he never really got it going today. Part of the reason, a big part, this man, Mika Immonen, with fantastic work. Glad you've been with us. For Alan Hopkins, I'm Mitch Lawrence. The International Challenge of Champions is sanctioned by the World Pool Billiard Association. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Keep your eyes open for a great final matchup.